first part of this three-part series, we highlighted the deadly menace constituted by container trucks as they go about killing and maiming, even as road safety officials turn a blind eye. The truth remains that a radical approach to curbing this menace must be taken if truly human lives are worth anything in Nigeria. Endeavor to get that video. Now, barely 3 months after a petrol-laden truck overturned in Majia town in Tara, local government area of Jigawa State, on Tuesday, 15th day of October 2024, spewing petrol and fire and incinerating nearly 200 residents. Another fuel scooping mass death occurred on Saturday, 18 January 2025, at Diko Junction in Suleja town of Niger State. A truck carrying about 60,000 liters of petrol lost balance and fell. The situation presented a two-sided option: an opportunity for a woof fuel for poor residents on the one hand, and an instant visa and transport to Hades on the other hand. As many residents rushed out to scoop the petrol gushing out from the fallen tanker, without notification and without any insurance cover, an explosion occurred, and the rest can only be imagined. As on Monday, 20th January, about 98 persons had died, with many more hanging on the borderline. The federal government directed for the surviving victims to be moved to tertiary health centers to ameliorate the impact of the burns. Around the 23rd of January this year, a pressurized tanker bearing compressed natural gas exploded on the steep Onyama mine descent along the Enugu-Onitsha expressway near Enugu, triggering one of the worst incendiary experiences in recent times. When the blaze subsided, charred bodies littered the area, including that of a family of 11 people who were traveling for an event. You and I know that managing burn victims is one of the most difficult branches of medicine, for which, unfortunately, Nigeria is not well equipped. Well, beyond the announcement of federal government's palliative interventions every now and again, it is time to declare a state of emergency in this area. How many more deaths will occur before the government activates its renewed hope agenda to Nigerians in this context? What is the situation about 5,000 kilometers of pipelines managed by the defunct PPMC? We ask. Why should subsidy be removed from petroleum products and no plan be immediately put in place for our pipelines to come back functionally? This periodic sad event has further questioned our policy making and exposed our unpreparedness for major national calamities. It has also exposed our healthcare, our emergency management, and even questioned our humaneness as a people. Beyond all of that, we again, in the context of this series, interrogate the collusion of road safety and vehicle inspection officials in this abnormality. The truth remains that many of these fuel tankers are unserviceable. All over the world, the safety standard for fuel tankers is higher, owing to the specialized area they operate in. In addition to the routine periodic checks on the brakes, wheels, balance, etc., there is a constant assessment of the tanks to maintain fitness for purpose. In ideal situations, the tanks have expiry dates, which must be adhered to. Similar and random checks are also carried out on the drivers. In Nigeria, the use of alcohol and other substances while driving is very common. In an area as deadly as driving fuel or gas tankers, one expects a greater oversight. Reacting to these frequent explosions, the federal government announced that effective March 1, 2025, trucks carrying over 60,000 liters of fuel will not be allowed to load at the depots or ply on federal roads. The directive, which came from the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, also stated that from the fourth quarter of this year, no truck with capacity for more than 45,000 liters of fuel will either load or ply the roads. Some intervention, they will say. However, much more needs to be done if we must return to sanity as a people. We will conclude this series next week. Follow us on all our socials as Edify page. Like, comment, and share. My name is Ben Abraham, and this is Criminal Justice Focus. Thank you.